Prevention is something always on our minds when it comes to animal control. We've seen the painful results, both physically and emotionally, of citizens who have been harmed by an animal. Our hope is that these protocols for nuisance and restricted dogs will give us another tool in our tool belt to better prevent dangerous dog situations. Our first protocol is the nuisance dog protocol. This would give us more authority to encourage responsible pet ownership among owners who repeatedly let their dogs run loose. The protocol would be triggered when one of our animal control officers encounters a dog in the field. If we find a dog running at large more than once in a 12-month time frame, that dog would be administratively labeled as a nuisance dog. This declaration would require the dog to be licensed as a nuisance dog, be microchipped, have the legally required rabies vaccination, and be spayed or neutered. This would also come with a $50 annual license fee each year. If after 2 years the dog doesn't have any more problems, the dog then rolls off of that list. To give you some perspective, in 2014 we had 60 dogs that you could call repeat offenders, ones that showed up at our shelter more than once. Our next, more severe protocol would deal with restricted dogs. This protocol would be triggered after a dog bites a person, another animal, or displays aggressive behavior. In a bite situation, the first step would be to evaluate that bite using the Dunbar scale. The Dunbar scale is an unbiased rubric used to determine the severity and potential for future harm resulting from a dog bite. For us, the tipping point is at level 4. That to us would be where we draw the line. A level 4 bite or above would trigger our current vicious dog protocol, where an outside administrative hearing officer determines the best course of action moving forward. But below a level 4, or if one of our animal control officers observes concerning aggressive behavior in a dog, we would, under this plan, administratively declare the dog restricted. That would come with a microchipping requirement of the dog, the legally required rabies vaccination. The dog would be prohibited from being outside unattended unless securely penned. The dog would have to be spayed or neutered. A muzzle, leash, and collar would be required when the dog is outside the confines of a home or a secure pen. And the owner of the dog would be required to have signage we will provide outside of the home. This would be an annual license fee of $50 and would last for 2 years. This too is a scenario where the dog can roll off the list for good behavior after the 2 years is up. Both of these protocols also have appeals options for owners who feel that the declaration is wrong. Additionally, with both of these protocols, nuisance and restricted, if the dog continues to get in trouble, that dog's owner can be declared a reckless owner by an independent hearing officer. That officer could order no pet ownership for that person, potentially for years.